Welcome to the mainstream. Douglas County got a taste of Hollywood recently, as The Awakening, an independent film produced by Los Angeles-based Blind Faith Productions, premiered October 29th at Seven Feathers Casino and Resort. The desire of the filmmakers was to debut their first feature film to a more real audience rather than the industry norm of Hollywood. The film tells the story of a group of friends who receive a mysterious invitation to the ultimate party in the hills outside of Hollywood. As the story progresses, the partiers discover that there is something far more sinister at work. The following clip takes place as the film's heroes enter a scene of abandoned wreckage as they discover what is left of their party destination.
Gotta get the hell out of here. Come on!
Much of the film's cast and crew were in attendance at the screenings, and we were able to catch up with a few of them to get some insight on their film. What inspired this film?
Vincent and his friends were walking along the street one day, like just in the middle of summer, and they said, let's make a horror movie.
We were talking about the sort of rash of torture porn kind of horror films that are out now, and there's a place for that, but I don't want to watch someone get drugged and strapped to a gurney and tortured. That's not scary, that's just gross, or, and so Schaefer said, when was the last time you saw a movie where a bunch of kids went out in the wilderness and got killed? So we were all kind of laughing, and we thought that might be funny to, we had been working as a comedy troupe at the time, doing sketch comedy, and decided that we were going to go ahead and make a horror film.
It was a great learning experience. From all the books that I've read, all the classes I had, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, you think you get an idea of how it's going to work, but until you're actually watching it happen. And since I wrote it and I wasn't directing it, it was really interesting to see how Vince took what I had written and kind of had a different spin on things and had interesting takes that were not the ways that I would have done it.
All the sets I've been on, I've heard directors yelling at people, yelling and yelling and yelling. What I liked about this set was there was no yelling on the set. I noticed the director, Vince Rotonda, he's a very people person. He tells you what he wants done, he tells you what he expects, and then he lets you deliver it. And there was no yelling. The producers, there was no attitude, no egos. And I don't know if you know this, but this movie shot on the same lot as the 90210 show, the same show as Cougar Town, which is on right now, the show Jericho on the Sci-Fi Network, same lot. But no egos from the producers, no yelling from the directors. Everybody, it was like you're working with a group of friends.
The film's creators also offered insight to students who are interested in film production.
I think that if you're a film student or a theater student, there's a lot to take from this movie. The biggest thing is just go out and do it. We didn't use any super high-end equipment that you couldn't borrow from your school or get from friends or family. Storytelling is storytelling, and you need to practice. And I think that it's just important to take a crack at it. Go out and make a movie, and it's hard. Filmmaking is hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's incredibly rewarding.
You don't need a big budget. You don't need a lot of effects to make a good movie. You need whatever movie you're making, whatever the budget is. You need to start with good, strong characters. You need to start with a strong story and have good emotional beats throughout the story, and that's what's going to bring people in. It doesn't have to be, car chases. It doesn't have to be explosions.
So go make a short and put it in iMovie or Final Cut and learn how to edit it, and then find out what you need, and then your storytelling gets better and better every time you do it. Don't wait. Don't write that one script and wait for your chance to make your big movie. Go make a little movie. See how it does. And if it doesn't turn out to be able to be monetized or recoup its money, throw it out and make another one.
For the mainstream, this is Chase Vincent Gilley.